Okay, here we are. The lovely week. Another episode with From the Battle to the Glory. Hello, everybody. We're back. Hope everybody had a lovely weekend. We're starting the week off. Oh man, it's been so relaxing this weekend for me, man. I just woo! I can't even begin to tell you. I was like relaxed. 2 days off, just sitting back, chilling, relaxing. I could not believe it. I said, "Yes, I'm free! Yeah, yes." Lady T, how was your weekend?
The weekend was good. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Enjoyed people home. It was good.
All right.
I give the general. It was great. Good, great. It always goes by fast. It's the weekend. Something about the weekends, we want more of it. It'd be nice if we have one of those. What are they for? Like we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, you know, or if people that want to work on those weekend times, but 3 days off and make it 4 days a week. I would love that. It would be great instead of 5 days a week. I know there's countries that do the 4 days. There's countries out there that have a lot of leisure time for people to, enjoy life while they actually work. I have to find out where those places are.
Yeah.
I heard about them.
Okay. Anything special going on in the future?
Oh no, I don't have nothing special. But this right now, today, right here, I'm excited about this whole my ability to interview you. I want to be able to, you know, ask questions. These are all about you. Okay, these are things that I think that I want to know, and then I think others want to know as well. And I think you might get deep in some of them. I'm gonna, throw you off with a little bit of
Okay.
them. But these questions are what the audience wants to hear about you.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go. Let's go right here. Introducing. So, can I get an introduction?
Oh no, you don't get an introduction.
Oh,
I don't. Sorry,
oh, oh no,
we've been doing
you
this a
just
long
oh
time.
you just interviewing me. You say, you know what? You
Interviewing.
don't get
No,
you don't get
I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not giving that type of vibe. I'm sorry. I'm not good at that. I
Ah,
don't have a script or
man.
anything.
You had no script. Okay, well,
No.
I'm right here.
Okay. So let's ask the first question.
Okay, let's go.
All right. I'm looking at it. Uh, what did you want to be when you were growing up? When you were young? What did you want to be when you were younger?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to be like Michael Jordan. Michael
Wow.
Jordan. Michael Jordan was my idol at first. I was like, I looked up to him, my
Yeah.
role model. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then as I got older, that began to change.
What did exactly?
My desire to want to be a basketball player.
Okay. Did it change to something else?
Yeah, I didn't want to be that. Then I wanted to be an artist. I can
Oh,
draw. So I can draw. So then I wanted to be an artist. And then I felt like that wasn't I wasn't the greatest at that. So then I moved on. Then I was in limbo land for a while. So
and now what do you want to be? Is there any goals that you see yourself walking into in your journey in life now?
well, in this journey that I'm in now, I'm walking into the calling that God has on my life, and that's ministry, that's being a chef. But in the work of me being a chef, I'm able to show and display, the characteristics of Christ with love. Food brings love. You know what I mean? When you got something that you really love and you're like, this is so good. You know what I mean? So I do it with love, and that's the major part of my life right now. It's just doing the ministry and cooking. Cooking is those two things right there. Those are the definitely callings that God had in my life. Just being a chef that I am, and just being able to do different cuisines, and that's definitely a gift that was given to me.
Did you get back into art? Do you do that on your leisure time?
No,
Okay. What do you do on your leisure time?
uh, gym, read. I like to be around people like-minded. Just indulging in. It's not even about just the word. Just having a good time with friends and family. I love that. It's the energy that it brings. You know what I'm saying? It's the love that it brings. I like that. So I like that feeling. When you around a lot of people that really truly love you, it's a different dynamic. It's a different feeling. Just like you love your kids, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh, it's a different feeling. So, for me, just being around people that's going to love each other genuine. That's what I do in my leisure time. So if it ain't the gym, oh, definitely play the game. I'm a gamer. I only play one.
I was waiting for that.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah. I only play one game though. I only play one game. That's Madden. That's football. That's it. I don't play no other game.
wow.
So yeah, that's it. That's all I play.
Why not? Why don't you play any other games?
I
If you're
love Madden. I love Madden. I love football. I love the mechanics of it. So that's those are the things I do in my leisure time, as well as I used to play basketball, but now I'm older, gained some weight. So I take care of my body. So if I get on that basketball, I can't even get it out. Basketball court, no, I get hurt. That's it. My legs are my money maker. So I ain't trying to go out there and get hurt.
So you were talking about family and being around loved ones and all that. Would you say that's your fulfillment for your life? Or what would you say is the fulfillment of your life?
Um, family would be part of it, but there are some times when certain family members are not meant to be in your life sometimes. So it depends on what God has for me in my circle. Some people you just don't connect with, and that's okay, and I accept that. You're supposed to have certain connections with certain people. And some of my family I'm connected to, some I'm not. And that's all right. You know what I mean? It's just the alignment of what God has for me, the journey, the destiny, what I'm saying? That's for my life. They might not be a part of it. And that's okay. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that they might not be, going to the same destination at the same time with me.
Okay. Now, if you were chosen as a player in a game, in this game, you were chosen, your job says, oh, you're cleared, you can go ahead and play this game. You could possibly win $100 million. We're going to say big amount, but you have to go and live in the wilderness out on your own. What are those, those shows that they have out already, those type of shows. And you have to do it for 60 days. Would you take on that challenge?
Yeah. And
Okay.
what
I just want to know if that's you. I mean,
But you
would you
but
do
you
it
you
because
gave
you
me
were,
you gave me an option. You
yes,
said, would I take on the challenge of $100 million
100 million. Yeah.
to go out
And
there and just live in the wilderness?
wilderness, and you never know what's coming. They will tell you along the way. I just want to know, are you a competitor type? You would, but that amount of money, of course, anybody would probably be. So
Now,
maybe.
mind you, some people that decide to make that choice may not survive because they're not equipped to do
Right.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing right there. Making the decision that you not equipped for, it can be hard. It can be tough.
Well, the reason why I asked is because, a lot of people are afraid of certain things, the unknown. So, what are you afraid of? Are there anything that you can think of that you are afraid of?
I don't live in fear, so it's hard to say that. Of things that I don't have control over, I let it happen. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So I believe in destiny, and there are certain things that's going to happen no matter what we do. It's a destiny. Now, when you talk about from the natural aspect of it, there's some things you have no control of. But when you talk about spiritual, it's strictly um destiny. If you're walking in the will of God for your life, or even in the journey, or even in the season, it's going to line up. It's those things that's supposed to happen, the things that you're supposed to have and supposed to go through, you're going to go through because it's supposed to be for you, only you. That's your journey. That's your destiny.
So, do you ever get nervous?
sometimes like on the stage. Any that's a I feel like, just getting ready to get on the stage. It's thousands of people. You got to get out there and talk. You're gonna be nervous a little bit. Anybody, that's anybody though. Some it come natural because they have they have it comes natural. And so I feel like if I was to get on a stage of thousands of people to get ready to talk, what I mean, I would have to warm up to that. But will I be able to do it? Yes, because like I said, I'm going to walk into the destiny that God has for me. So that I would be nervous. That's just something natural because I don't do it on a daily basis. Now, if I got in front of 1,000 people and I had to cook, no, I'm not gonna be nervous. See, but now I'm on a stage with a lot of people and I'm cooking in front of them. I wouldn't be nervous because it's something I do on a daily basis. So I'm comfortable. I'm in a place where I'm comfortable. I'm in the kitchen where I'm comfortable. Opposed to me getting on the stage, I'm talking to you and people that's watching, but getting on the stage and not practicing at it, I can be nervous there. So if you want to talk about nervous, I'll be nervous with that. But I wouldn't be afraid.
So you can say that you can walk into situations that are comfortable, but are there times that you force yourself to get into uncomfortable positions to, work through fear or anxiety or nervousness? Like challenges, things that, you challenge yourself to do that's outside of your box, out of your comfort zone. Do you do those regularly to, build your resilience to it, whatever the situation is?
Well, it depends on the circumstance and the situation because if you want to grow, right, you want to be challenged. So there are some things that you going to allow to be challenged in. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the circumstance because I definitely want to be challenged because I feel like in challenging, you're going to have growth once you go and challenge something. You know what I mean? Like I'll give you an example and prepare myself for that challenge. Like I used to wrestle in high school, right? So I used to do things that get me hyped, listen to music, get hyped. You know what I'm saying? Get into the mode of competing. So, when you look at it like that, yes, I get prepared for the competition. If I'm competing to win, it depends on the competition as well. You know what I mean?
So what are your current challenges that you're working through in your adult life now?
Ooh, the number one is being a Christian.
Oh, dang, that's a challenge.
What?
Wasn't expecting that one.
Why would if anybody would not say that? That's I don't know. That's a big challenge. Why it's a big challenge? Because one, I gotta be humble. What two? I gotta be compassionate. Three, I gotta have sympathy. I gotta have empathy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be loyal. I
I
can't
understand.
lie. I
Yeah.
can't cheat. I can't steal. So it's hard. Look, there's certain things in just about everybody we do, and we don't know how much of it we do until we realize. Like
So
like just for instance, lying. A little lie, it's a lie though. And then that little lie turns to a big lie. So we some people practice at that. So it's hard. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? And this tough. It's tough to. Why I say it's tough is because guess what? We have to be mindful of how we talk to people, right? So they won't look at us like you said something to hurt my feelings. So we always have to be mindful of how we say it. So they could never say, well, this person is, you know, vindictive and he always talking negative. We got to be speaking with a loving heart. And that's hard. Because sometimes
um,
people could make you upset and now you get into your emotions, you get into your feelings, and you may say something out
yeah,
of the
but
way.
so you do feel like you are taking into consideration most of the time how you are relaying the message to a person. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm always trying to be thoughtful of how I say something to someone because you know what, it's a it's a feeling that I don't want. I hurt somebody's feelings. I say something and they say, "Oh, I don't want that." So I always try to say it with a loving heart and not anger. I don't want to do that. I mean, I know you can get angry and not sin. I get that, but I just try. That's what I work at. I work at not saying something that I know is going to be hurtful.
So I'm glad you brought up anger because you mentioned anger in the past. And I know that anger has been something, we'll say in the family, okay, something family has, dealt with anger. Do you think that that is a challenge also for you as far as like overcoming that emotion to be able to communicate to other people when there's maybe a miscommunication or you're not on the same page? Do you feel like you're able to manage your anger well? Because, and don't say, and I'm not going to, I have to say this, you can't say that you will leave. Okay. You can't flee. Yeah.
Why not?
Because when that is why I ask about the challenge, what are you challenging yourself in life? What are your challenges? Because you have to put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable so that you can build yourself to get comfortable with the uncomfortability, learn how to, adjust to something that you're not really used to, or something that you are is unknown to you, but you have to maneuver around. And that is why I say it builds your character, it builds your resilience. So what is it? That's what I'm trying to get from you. What is it that you are building your resilience and your character off of the challenges that are difficult for you that you have to keep working at regularly? And I thought of anger just because I was like, well, yeah, anger. I know I understand the anger thing because I have it inside me. So it's always me having to, manage my breathing is what I've been doing.
Okay, so here's something for you then, so you can understand. You say don't run, right? It's not running; it's being wise. Okay, that's just like if somebody is always tapping your shoulder, and they want to get your attention, and you really don't want to talk with them, but they doing it in a loving way. I'm just giving you an example. They like, yo D, yo T, yo T, and it's aggravating, right? And now that it's aggravating, and you like, bro, can you stop, please? Right? And they still doing it. Now, do I yell at that person or do I walk away? I walk away because guess what? I know right right from the start, I know they're trying to aggravate me. I know they're trying to get under my skin, and I don't let them. So that's when you always say me running away, it's that I know at that moment, right, that they're trying to get under my skin. They're trying to test me. And in that test, I'm saying, you know what? You're not going to get me there. You're not going to get me to that point where I'm going to yell. I just know that. And that's
But
what people do.
but when you say you're not going to get me to that point that you're going to yell, you're walking away from it and not really reconciling the whole situation, whatever's going on. If he's tapping on your shoulder over and over, tapping on your shoulder, why just not say, what do you want? And talk to the person.
I say to them, I said,
but if they, you're gonna,
I'm gonna say, I'm saying, I just said to you, I said, yo, what's up? What you want? Oh, nothing.
And they keep doing it, is what you're saying?
And I'm like, bro, what's up? I'm going to acknowledge you. Like, what you want to talk about? What? Nothing. Trust me, I got that going on already. And I'll be like, they don't get under my skin. They don't. And when I say they do that, they do that. They're do aggravating stuff. And I'm like, okay, you trying to get me mad, right? No. And just think about this, Lady T.
But wait a minute. You are the one thinking about it, right? You're putting the story together based off of what you think they're doing. But that might not be the case always, right? Aren't there sometimes where they're just, okay, they're always trying to make you mad?
Yeah, because they don't see me get upset. They don't see me get fired up, cursing and F you, and they don't see that.
Right.
So they like, I'm a fix chef. I'm gonna get him there.
So they want you to come out your character, basically.
Exactly. Of course.
Okay. But what the question was is all about you having to go through challenges. That is what I'm asking you. We all have our challenges in life that, are uncomfortable, that we have to evolve to be a better person. So I'm wanting you to answer as far as the challenges that you are currently going through as a man, as a husband, as a father, whatever it is, because we all have our challenges, and this is not about me. This is about you. So I'm not even going to tell you anything about me. You get me what I'm saying? It's all about you. So that's why I'm trying to pull out of you to kind of open up on.
You got to ask the right questions. But look, but look,
Yeah.
just the question you just asked me. Just okay. I'll give you a good one. Just being a black man in America, right? I realize that there are some white people, Spanish people, African that live from there that don't like Black American, right? So I am a Black American, right? And I always have to keep myself. I work at this. Keep myself where I'm reachable. We could talk, we could conversate, and I want them to see the love in me. You know what I'm saying? The love. And how do I do that? My by my communication, how I talk with them, and just show them kindness no matter what, because they'll have an opportunity to see me again if that's possible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always trying to, more or less, I say I'm always trying to do the righteous and noble thing so they can see the love in me. You know what I'm saying? And I say that, and I'm being so real, because when I traveled over to Texas, guess what? I did get a lot of eyes because there wasn't a lot in the area where I was at. It wasn't a lot of black people. I went to a couple of locations that I was the only person, so they were looking. But the way I carry myself, a couple of people approached me. Hey, how you doing? Now I didn't saw you looking at me. I'm sitting there eating, and I saw you looking like you don't see that many black people, and they spoke to me, but I get that, and I understand that, because guess what? We have this so-called image of how people think we supposed to be. They see me with chains on, they think I'm a gangster. No, I'm a regular person. This is just something I like. It's something I wanted. I wanted to wear it, and I like it. That's it. You laughing, but I'm telling you the real truth. It's got to be some type of thuggish way about it. No, it's not, because that's the image that they want us to have. They want to have about us. No, that's what we can have a conversation about anything, and I'm not going to get upset about it.
So is there a skill that you are wanting to learn, or wish you knew, something that might have been something you grew up wanting to do? Is there something, a skill? When I say a skill, something, you said you do art, you were an artist, but you really kind of didn't say you brought in that, and continued. So I didn't make it as a skill type, but like anything else that you had in mind for yourself?
Um,
Because
I,
you seem more spiritual, religious, more than anything. So I want to know, is there more to you than that? I know we all know you're a chef. We know that. But what other thing did you have? Is there anything else that you had possibly that you wanted to do?
nah. Growing up, I was just into a lot of things, but mostly, I can tell you this: mostly, I always found friends. Did I always keep them? No, because of the life that I started to move towards, and I was living for God. But mostly, I always kept a lot of friends. I always kept a lot of people around me, not because I was funny. It was that type of energy that I had. Like I always had people around me, you know, moving from East Orange to Newark to what is it? Delaware, North Carolina. I'm when I get around people, they just see that love that I have, and we have fun. Maybe at the time it's just the things that I was doing at that time. I was, you know, how can I say it? Doing the same thing, and I had my character, the way I carry myself. Um, I think that's where it comes from. So you want to say people skills? I got people skills.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with that, because I'm able to get into a room, and I'm definitely can go in any room don't know nobody, and I'm conversating. I'm getting to know somebody, not just one person, not just two. I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Let's go. I'm gonna lighten the room up like with joy, happiness. That's the spirit that I'm carrying. It's like, yo, hey, man, look, life is good. Like, regardless of what you're going through, come on, you're alive. You got an opportunity to live again. You got an opportunity to do it all over again. Some people can't do that. They were like, and my mom passed. Okay, guess what? That's part of life. And I'm not saying that to be harsh. I'm not saying that to be mean. Is that, guess what? Know this. You had another opportunity to do it again. Have you done everything right that you're supposed to do? Even in the midst of your storm, even in the midst of your hardship, know this, that you had another opportunity to do it again, to try to get it right. You know what I'm saying? So I bring that. I was talking to some ladies, and I was like, yo, I don't want, come on. Let me see them teeth. Smile. Hey, Dennis, I don't want to smile. Come on. You breathing? You alive? Come on. You at work? Let's go. Stop all that. Come on. I like to uplift people. I know I'm big on that now. Like, I work in corporate, and sometimes you gotta be, my hugs are, you about to laugh. Look, my hugs are genuine. It's not like I want to touch you, I want to rub on you, rub on your breast. Nah, I ain't doing all that. My mind ain't even there. It's like, yo, I want to show you that it's people in the world that can really love you genuine and not want something from you, not see you sexually. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely my gift right there. Being just illuminating the room and not being a comedian.
Oh, not being a comedian? Oh,
No.
wow.
I mean, what I'm being a comedian for? I want you to smile. I want you to smile. I want you, when you got joy inside, you smile, right? Joy is different than happiness. We're not even gonna go there, but joy is something totally different. That's on the inside. That's gonna show on the outside.
So tell us a little bit about the creation of your podcast and how it came about. What motivated you to begin your podcast?
Okay, well, let's say it started out, having a conversation with you, Lady T.
Oh.
We was down, yeah, we were down having a conversation, and then later on, like, I want to say a couple of months passed, and I was like, it came like a light bulb. Boop, let's do a podcast. And God led me to call you, and boom. First, we started out with What's Cooking, but then in the midst of getting ready to go into another whole year of the podcast, I got a revelation, and God was like, because you said something, you was like, Chef, it's always about spiritual. And I was like, yo, God put it right in my spirit, from the battle to the glory. I was like, you know what? I'm changing the name. I'm changing the name, because that's what I want to do. Like, not just want. It's something inside of me that want people to know, listen, you could live a life, but according to what God has for you. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be rough. You want it to be rough so you could be strong and endure the things that you're supposed to endure. And so that's how I came to the podcast. And here I am, a year in, and we still doing it. It's growing. I'm meeting a lot of people outside of the podcast. I'm, just networking with different people and not looking for fame, not looking for business. That business will come, with it, and so I don't look for that. I really want to touch people's life, touch their heart, because at the end of the day, that's what God's really after, your heart. Nah, it don't got nothing to do with your money, the house you live in, the car you drive. It's about your heart. And at the end of the day, that's the focal point for me. And everything else that God has for me, it's gonna come with it. You know what I'm saying? So I really focus on that. I really focus on the relationship, and just meeting different people and genuine people that really want to live for God. They're not looking for fame. They really want to live for God. They really want to do God's work. Because if you really want to do God's work, riches don't come with that. And I know that. But guess what? if I'm working hard, I'm doing the work. I'm not doing it to say, God, I'm doing this work, so you better bless me. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm putting in the work that he requires me to put in. And guess what? There are other things that come with it. I don't want the riches. Guess what? I work every day. God's blessed me with a magnificent career. Have own business, and it's doing okay. And it can do better, but it's a work in progress because now I didn't start this new journey. But this is not going to take away from that because this is a part of it. And this is how I'm going to grow. We going to grow. And that's how, when I say we that are looking for the same thing in life, that's how we going to grow.
So it's all about relationships, really.
Of course, relationships and long-lasting relationships, not no little 2-minute relationship.
Yeah, they come. They sometimes are good for you too.
No, exactly, they are. Yes, yeah, they are. And and when they do come, they come, and when they do go, they go. I
You
want
remember.
long last, and I remember them. Yeah,
Yep.
I want long last. Some of my friends that I had as kids, now that I'm married, I don't have anymore because they're not married. That's not the only reason why, we not friends. I mean, I don't want to say friends that we don't hang out, we don't do, because my lifestyle has changed. The things that I do, the places I go has changed.
So I'm glad you said that. So, a lot of people that have changed, like you just mentioned, they don't do the things that they used to and hang out with the people that they used to. Is that the Christian way, though? Are we supposed to be that way towards people because we are not, let's say, equally yoked in the ways of what we do things in life? Even though you know them, they have a different lifestyle. Is that healthy for relationships?
A little bit it is, because you know why? Just think about this. If I can fly, and this ain't materialistic. If I'm able to fly in first class and you're not, that means we moving differently. We're living differently. You understand what I'm saying? Right or wrong?
But
So my business has elevated me. I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying my business has elevated. So I go to different places that you may not be able to go because we're not in the same. Let's just say we're in the same field. So now I have new clients, new business, new adventures that you might not be able to go, and those adventures have me locked in, like I'm locked. You know what I'm saying? So now those friends, it's not that I don't want to, they then fell off
because
I'm
you let them fall off
no
possibly by
no
not
no no
connecting.
no, because guess what? Now I'm engaged in something else that they're not engaged in.
But
Doesn't
to create still to keep a friendship, are you able to, meet them wherever they are to
I,
have that connection?
no, the relationship, it changes. I didn't say we stopped having a relationship. Our relationship changed because now I'm moving different. Now look, guess what? I get a job that's going to pay me more and is more beneficial to my family. I move. Guess what? Our friendship, it changes. I call them, I check on them, but now I live somewhere different. You see what I'm saying? Your relationship changes because they're not gonna come in and come see you every other weekend. They used to be with you every other weekend, twice a month. Now that, how you gonna do that? That you moved. So now, guess what? Now you're going to get a new set of friends, new environment, right? Right, Lady T.
I'm listening.
But so your friendship changes. You
I
move
mean,
to if I
it's
move to
not about,
California,
but look,
yeah.
mhm, go ahead.
If I move to California, I'm going to get a new set of friends. Doesn't mean that I lost my old friends. Guess what? They still will be my friends, but from a distance. And guess what? Now, eventually, those friends will be like, "Well, I don't see Chef Dennis no more. No, he moved to California. I'm over there. I got new friends. New. It's
And
a
then
new.
But that's what I mean. You are you are creating relationships. So if you're holding on to relationship, I would think that you would want to hold on to your relationships no matter where they are. Even though, yes, you could say you move and everything, but not let friendships disappear just because you move or you're going on first class flights. You just still connect with them. Might be every blue moon, but it's still connection. That's what I was looking, for you to say, because I can imagine you are that type of way. You're not telling me you're going to just move on to another next new relationship. That's not what you're saying.
I just said some of my friends that I used to hang out with, we still friends, but we don't hang out like that no more. See, I never said I don't. We're not gonna be friends, but now our friendship changed because I'm married. They not. We used to go out. I was single. See, single life. So how can I go out with them? They single and we rocking. We doing all that type of stuff that I used to do. I can't. Can we go out and have lunch? Yeah. But the things that we used to do, we're not doing anymore. We
So
don't move the same.
would it be safe to say that it's about valuing the relationship and the friendship itself?
I mean,
Because it's a price. You put a price on, what it is. You put a cost on it. You put meaning on it. So that's why I asked that question.
it depends on the circumstances and the
Yeah.
situation. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking from my perspective. You know, I don't. I got friends and I was a kid. To now, our relationship is not the same. It's different. That's it. I don't. Look at them any less because I moved up. I elevated. No, they still my friends. You know, do I go down and hang out like I used to? No, I don't. Because I move differently now. I move different. I live different. I communicate different. You know,
Well, I understand what you're saying, Mr. Black.
yeah. He said the friendship doesn't change because the social part changes. Yeah, that's right. That's what I said. See, my friendship, is just that we don't do the same things anymore. I like I said, if I showed you how many phone numbers I got that's been friends for me for a long time, you were like, wow. But we just don't, we don't do the same thing. They call, they on my social media, they see my life, they see what I'm doing, and then you got to think about connection. They put like this. Sometimes people live a righteous life, and other people that's your friends that's not living, they feel like you looking at them and you judging them, so they really don't want to be around you. Like, oh no, he gonna be like, no, I don't do this. Oh, I don't do this. So you gotta think about that too. Not me, because they know I'm like, I ain't listen. I'm gonna tell them the truth, the real deal. I'm gonna be honest with them. So, and what I say earlier, I'm going to try my best to say it in a loving way. I mean, I am. I'm gonna be like, listen, I love you, but nah, that's not how I'm rolling.
So you have grandbabies and you have sons that are, I'm trying to remember ages, but you do have teenagers? No? No
No, I
teenagers?
but
No
grandkid,
teenagers.
grandkid.
Grandkids are babies, right?
No, I got 5 grandkids, and 2 of them are 10 and 11.
10 and 11. So not teens is what I was thinking, but I knew they were kind of close. So now that you have these, your youngins coming up in this day and age, is there going to be a way that you talk to them that will be different from the way that you talk to your children in the past?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you
Well,
give an example of what it would be probably?
I said it in a loving way, and I said it in a peaceful way, and hopefully he got the message. Like my grandson, right? I He had a chain on, and it had, let me see, it symbolized something. And I said, do you know what that means? I don't remember what it was. He said no. I said, listen, I don't want you to wear that no more, because it had symbolized something that wasn't of like positive. It was negative. So he said, what do you mean? I said, listen, let's look it up. So we looked it up and I showed him. He said, well, I didn't know what that mean. I said, so who gave this to you? Right? He said one of his like brothers. And I said, no, that's not good. You know, before I wasn't able to do that with my kids. I would say something to them and they would feel some type of way. And and they were like, look, oh, you think you this holy man, dad? And I'm like, nah, it's not like that. It's like, look, I gotta break it down to you. It's a misconception. So, he understood, and I always talk to him. And he's 10.
10.
Yeah.
You think it's
So
different because he's a boy and you had girls?
um
Because I've always wondered that, I have girls too, and I don't have any boys. So I would imagine it would be totally different, honestly. I would imagine.
it's hard to say because the um the 11-year-old, she's a girl.
Okay.
We just had look, I tested her. So I had was helping them get in the car. I was taking the groceries out the car and I pretend I had fell. And I was like, "Ah, I fell." And I said, "Yo, you ain't see if I was okay?" She said, "No." I said, "Why not? I could have hurt myself." She said, "No." She said, "Look," she said, "I would have took a video of you and laughed." I said, "Wow, that's hurtful." See, I said, "Wow, that's hurtful. Like you would have did that to me. Like I wouldn't have did that to you." So then I was like, "What if somebody else fell in front of you? You gonna video them and laugh?" I said, "No, you gotta make sure they're okay. That's the right thing. Then maybe you want to go away and laugh. All right, but the right thing is, make sure somebody's okay." She's like, "Oh, okay." Because she was like, "I would have recorded you." I was like, "Nah, you can't be doing that. Don't record me." She said,
She's a child.
like, she be like, "You old?" I be like, "No, I ain't old. Don't be saying I'm old." Well, I mean, I'm old to her, but like, nah. To a video that, yeah, she said she gonna video me. I was like, "Oh, that's messed up." But
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you something though. When I first came into their life though, um, they were shy. They didn't know what to say. They didn't know how to talk to me. But now, they start, especially her. She's 11. She's starting to warm up to me, being able
And
to talk
that
to
was
me.
like how many years ago? They were younger. Yeah.
5, yeah,
Yeah.
5. So
Yeah.
5 and 6. So
Hmm.
now they're bigger. Now they warming up to me. They talking to me more. And that's great for me, just
Yeah.
being able to talk to them. And I'm different from Esther. Like I'm totally different. Like she be talking to them, I'm like, look, hold up, slow up, you going at it the wrong way. I come at them with the real live talk. I'll be like, hey, that ain't happening, let's talk. The 11-year-old, we talked about I think it was Chris Brown and somebody else, just comparing the two. And I said, so we was able to have a conversation. We was talking about music and what you listening to. I said, all right, listening to those type of things is pouring into your spirit. So I could talk to them like that too.
Right.
I don't like try to force it. I talk with them, have a conversation with them. They little people. So I try to talk to them, little people's conversation. Should I say that? That's what I say. Little people conversation. No,
Yeah.
seriously, because I don't, you know, I definitely want them to be able to talk to me. They say, "Ma," they like Nima. They don't call her grandma. I say Nima. Nima, I can't talk to you. They want to talk to me. I said, well, let's talk. Come on, I'm ready for all that. They say, I tell them, I'm ready for all the smoke. That's their little talk. That's their little language. I'll be like, I'm ready for all the smoke. What's up? Talk to me. So yeah, that's
You
that's
enjoy it. I know you do.
yeah.
Okay, I got a couple more questions. I still got some more.
Okay, I'm ready.
So
I'm ready.
I do want to know, and I think I think I'll know what you're going to say, but I want to hear it. Again, I guess. Why do you always encourage couples to get married?
Um, it's a journey. It's a journey that requires two, not one. You know, the life that we live, it is supposed to be with someone. You can choose to decide to live by yourself or be by yourself, but that's a union that's special. But you have to find the right person that you can share that with. You know what I'm saying? It's a union that requires trust, devotion, loyalty, respect, and love. Love unconditional. You know what I'm saying? That look at this dude. Look at this dude. He said misery loves company.
Yes,
Nah,
indeed.
no. Well, I mean, that's a metaphor, but excuse me. But just think about it. That it's a journey that requires two. When we came into this world, we came by ourselves. We're gonna leave by ourselves. So no matter what, it's still a journey. It's still something that I will love to see. More married people endure love. It's never going to be easy. Nothing in life is easy. So I encourage marriage because guess what? You have to really focus on yourself first. Number one priority. You as the individual, you are number one priority. Guess what? Get to know yourself, get in tune with yourself. So now you'll be able to do the same thing to somebody else. And so that's why I like marriage, is because guess what? You'll be able to do that to somebody else, and then you'll know what to look for yourself, the right person for you. Because there is somebody made in this world that's made just for you. Not just one person, multiple people, maybe, but they're made just for you.
So, who is your audience that you are looking for through your podcast when you speak to people? Do you have a group of an audience that you are seeking to connect with your podcast? I do question it just because I've noticed a lot of spiritual communities and podcasts, and they have a communication where it does encourage, but I do wonder, who are they seeking to find? Are they seeking to find their own kind? Are they seeking to find another type? The estranged type, where you can't really reach out to those, the hard and hidden ones. So that's my question: who are you seeking to communicate with in
All
your
right, so
audience?
so that's why you think about it. That's why they create shorts. That's why they create advertisement, is because the right person will see this message, see the podcast, see the information, and then they'll be drawn to it because that's what they want for their life. That's what they want for you know
But
their
is there a
information.
certain type of person you're seeking,
No,
or a certain type of group of people?
whoever this message is for, they will hear it. That's what it's for. It's not for just one's perspective, one type of people or audience. No, whoever's supposed to hear it is going to hear it. And so that I put it in the atmosphere. I put it out there in the world. So whoever's going to hear it, they're going to hear it. They're going to listen to it. Because sometimes I say something that so others don't like, and they're not gonna listen. They're gonna move on. They're gonna swipe. And then there are some people that's going to be engaged because they want to hear, they want to understand, and want to get different perspective. They want to understand it more, or even understand me more. Because that's how life is. And so the people that I'm supposed to connect to, I will connect to, because that's what God wants for me. Not just for me. It's not even for me. It's for the kingdom building. I'm always going to say that. That's what it's for. And so the right people that's looking towards that journey, they'll connect with me, or they'll see my message, and then they'll grow from there, and they'll keep going and going and growing and growing.
I don't think you answered the question when I asked you what challenges are you working through or about to work on. You kind of didn't say anything about your challenges. Did you remember that?
Yeah,
I'm thinking about how you got out of that question, but
but
you didn't acknowledge any type of, because I think I asked you what challenges. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. But I did ask you, what challenges are you working through in life, or you are about to start walking into and have to work through?
Sorry about that. Well, to be honest with you, right now the only challenges that I can see is just studying more. That's it. Studying.
Okay.
Studying. That's the only thing, is studying more. And the reason why I say studying more is because guess what? You light. There are going to be questions that require me to know what I'm talking about. That's going to require me to have not just my opinion, but biblical information that they can go and look up and see if I'm saying something that's factual, whether they strive to find out if it's true or not. So that's the only challenge that I can see, is me really studying and putting my head and my eyes to that book. If I could show you right now what's going on, I got like a whole list of things that I'm doing right now. I got a lot of books right here reading.
Okay.
So
You're
that's
back
my
in
challenge.
school.
Basically, that's a big challenge, because guess what? I got to know some information, because I'm gonna come against a lot of people that's going to go against the grain. And with that being said, is like they're not going to receive what I'm saying because they don't want to. And it's not about me though. I definitely don't want it to be always about me. It's not even really about me. It's about what God has for me. I want Him to be my mouthpiece. So that's why studying is. It says study and show thyself approved. That's why it's important to study, because I don't want to say anything that's just my opinion. I want to say it like to have foundation of facts, a foundation of facts.
Have you
So
considered going into like a school where you have an instructor type of thing for whatever study you're looking into,
no,
or online things? I know they probably have those.
no.
Okay.
I got first. Even if I decided to do that, and that's what God really wants for me, right? I got to start here first. I gotta be prepared. So if that's what God has for me, I gotta be, excuse me, I gotta be prepared for it. And how do I prepare myself for that? By studying myself first, by reading, by praying, by doing those type of things. And then if that's what God has for me, then it'll line up. Next.
Okay. All right.
Next.
So I have one final question.
Wow. Good night. Boy, I can't wait to interview you.
Oh, I gotta get interviewed. I'm always interviewed. We interview you
No,
interview me all the time. That's
nah,
why I
I'm
was like,
interview.
this is great.
You better come up with some better questions than that.
What was your favorite TV show growing up?
Woo! Wow, that's deep. That's deep. I had a lot. For real. That's a woo. That's a doozy right there. I had a lot.
Yeah.
Different strokes.
Oh, you like different shows? I didn't watch it that much. Yeah.
What's happening?
What's happening? Okay, yeah.
He-Man.
Oh, I love He-Man too.
Transformers.
Transformers.
Voltron.
Nah.
Karate on Saturdays. Like when we lived at, we had, man, listen, we had a movie there just for karate. No, seriously, I'm telling you, a movie theater just for karate on Saturdays. It's called the Adams. They ain't there no more. Yeah, they ain't there no more. My dad used to take us there every Saturday. We used to go there. My father, yeah,
that's cool.
So yeah, I had a lot. Oof. Man, I got some more too. Woo. What's it? Is it Facts of Life? Woo.
I ain't watched that one that much.
You ain't watched Facts of Life?
No. No. I mean, I saw it, but I ain't really look at it like religiously, like a lot of people did.
Yeah, those my shows.
Mm-hmm. What's your shows now?
Let's see, Power. What else? They don't have it no more. It's Game of Thrones. They got a couple of spinoffs.
No reality shows.
Heck no.
You know what I mean? Like they have like fishing and all types of stuff on reality.
I was watching Walking Dead. I like, stuff like that, crazy stuff like that. Yeah, no,
Oh,
none of
surprised
that.
about Walking Dead. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's zombies.
Yeah, yeah. I was surprised you was watching that.
They ain't reality.
I
They ain't
know.
no. You know what I mean? They ain't. That's some old. It just was intriguing. That's it.
Yeah.
And I do have this app. It's called PureFlix. That's all Christian. So I got a lot of them. Woo, man, I'm talking about you. Listen, I'm serious. This is like Netflix. It's called PureFlix.
Yeah.
You ever heard of it before?
No.
Listen, why you laugh?
I'm like, they got everything out there. I'm just like, wow.
Lady T, it's called PureFlix, right? And you got Netflix, and I gotta pay for this. It's PureFlix and Netflix. I pay for both of them, right? Let me tell you something. There's not a show on there that you can find that you'll be liking and you don't cry on.
Wow. Well, that's you saying that, and you do cry. So
I promise you, Lady T, I got the app. Look, I got the app.
Drink some water. Drink some water.
I put my wife downstairs. He ain't gonna get it for me. Hold on.
Poor baby.
Oh my goodness. Look.
Take your time. Just swallow some spit. Keep swallowing the
spit. Don't make me laugh.
Swallow spit. Keep doing it.
All right, look. So I'm be down the next week, right? I got it on my phone. We're gonna sit and watch maybe like one. And I promise you.
I will not cry. I promise you. That's not happening with me. It's a lot for me to cry. Come on. Now, crying is not something I do all the time. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't. But when I have a cry, it's a good cry. But it's normally when I'm driving, I'm, having my come to Jesus conversation, and I'm happy, that's my crying time. But when I watch television shows, I look at it as it's a story. So it's pulling on your feelings, right? And I'm like, you're not going to get me to cry my tears because of your made up story, dude. That's how I feel when I'm looking at the screen. But, don't get me wrong. I've cried on movies. But yeah, they just have a lot of heartfelt stuff out there that it's hard for me to put my tears out for every doggone storyline. Like, they got it all. That's why I'm like, writers nowadays, they making a killing. That's what I think. Anyway, it's not about me, so.
Yeah. It's going to get you. It's going to get you good. Yeah. It's going to hit you right here. It's
going to hit you right it. I doubt it. Yeah. But yeah, I feel you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's different. You are definitely a different guy. You are a loving guy. You are a very spiritual guy. You have a lot of love in your heart you want to give, and it tugs at your heart to see pain and trauma and stuff. So yeah, I know.
It hit me different. Like, I don't want to see that. Yeah. And that's why, I'm always like, I'm careful of the company that I keep. I'm always like that. Like, always. It's because, listen, at the end of the day, I've been through so much, so I protect my heart. Like, I don't deal with foolishness anymore. I used to have this friend, right? And they always wanted to compete with me. I won't say this person's name, but they always wanted to compete with me, right? I got into my older years, like that whole spirit, like, yo, I don't want to compete with you no more. It's not no more. Like, it's always was a challenge. Like, what you want to challenge me for? Now, I don't move that way no more. So
why did you not want to move that way anymore?
Because this person was close to me. It's like, yo, you don't gotta prove nothing to me. You don't gotta. What are we?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Do you think that sometimes competition is good for,
No, this person was close.
relationship?
This
Yeah.
person was close. So it's like, yo, you don't got to compete with me. So that competing spirit is gone. Like we used to compete in basketball, you know, everything was a competition. It's like, yo, no, I don't need to compete with you no more. Like, yo, that's it. Those days is over with. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, ride or die team. And you know what I mean? So, that's just how it was. I just didn't have that desire to compete with that person anymore. I didn't. Like I grown, like I matured. Like it was always a battle, but that battle, was over with. It wasn't. I had nothing, and I feel like in that battle we always competed. I think we lost the love for one another. You know what I'm saying? In the battle, because we supposed to have been close, real tight, but other things happen in life, and it's like, yo, you know, it's gone. So I was like, all right, yeah, I give that no energy no more. I don't give it no power to compete with people I love with. I don't need to compete with nobody I love. It's anything, nothing. I don't have a desire to compete with somebody that's, especially people in my family. I got no desire to compete with nobody in my family.
So
Even
you
if
don't go to race car tracks and y'all don't, the bumper cars, you don't do none of that.
stop.
You play games. There's competition still. There's
you
friendly
reaching.
competition, right?
Yeah, you reaching. Like you reaching.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna kick somebody in some cars playing some
Okay.
spades. Yeah,
You
okay,
still
I
do
got it.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta do that. Playing the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's harmful. But
Right.
I can't be like, yeah, I gotta be watching what I say, because boy, even on the game, even on the game, yo, they want me to curse so bad. I say silly. No, you think I'm joking? I say silly stuff. Silly. Right?
Mhm.
Now they scrutinize me. They say, you a man of God. You ain't supposed to say punk.
You ain't supposed to say nothing.
Word. They brutal. They say you ain't supposed to say punk. I say, what? I can't say nothing. They made me feel bad. I was like, I'm gonna say punk. Okay. Shut up, punk. They said, oh, yeah, you fake deacon, you fake pastor. I'll be like, oh.
They just try to get under your skin.
Yeah, so I had to, sometimes I gotta mute them, because I'd be like, hey, here we go with this talk again. So now I can't say nothing. I gotta be quiet. I gotta play a mute.
That's a shame.
I know, man. This is crazy. That's what I told you. It ain't easy. It's tough, but I love it. I embrace it. And that's it. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope you enjoyed the questions I had. I, threw a couple that I wanted to know, but I wanted you to open up. I think that I'll do more questions when we have our future topics, because I'm trying to pull something out of you that you are communicating, but yet not communicating, if that makes sense.
So what are you trying to pull out of me?
Very vague. You are so broad with everything. You say everything in a generalized way. I want you to kind of get into the compartment part, where it's the piece of it. It's that one section maybe.
Lady T. Okay, Lady T.
Don't tell me to ask better questions.
No, you have the floor. You can ask me whatever you want.
Yeah, but our topics, when we have our topics, is when I think I will definitely do better with questions, because I do enjoy asking questions. That's something I've done for many years, and I create friendships based off of me asking another person that's my friend questions. They rarely know anything about me, because I'm always asking questions about them.
Well, prepare yourself for next week. Next week we have a special guest on the 11th, and we have a super special guest on the 12th. So that's Tuesday and Wednesday. We have some special guests, and guess what? You have ask your questions.
I hope they're good, because this is a learning process.
Ooh, yeah. Well, look, T, you can always call me and
I want to do it on my own.
No. You can do it on your own. I'm talking about brainstorm. You're like, what you think? I mean, that's it. That's it.
I like to, these are having conversations. When I'm not going to talk to you and be like, let's brainstorm on the conversation. No, we're not going to do that. That's going to be staged. I don't want that. I want it to be real. This is real. What comes out of my mouth is something that I didn't know I was going to say, right? That type of thing. I like that because it makes me feel like that's natural. I like that.
All right. Well,
but scripted is necessary, but that's for your next host. Co-host. Yes. I'm the elementary, and then you're gonna have maybe I'm the preschool. Maybe that might be it. Preschool. We're gonna get you up to the top. I'm gonna be like, hey chef, I'm so proud of you. Peace and blessings.
Only I'm gonna tell you, look, I know when your time is up.
Yeah, you will know. Right.
No, you know why I know?
Why?
Because it's something you said to us. When you start selling everything, then I'll be like, oh, that's the time.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
That's what you told us. I'm just going about okay. I'm just going about what you told us now. I ain't gonna say
I gotta get back into selling stuff. So
okay,
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. When I start saying that, I said, oh my goodness, Lord
I gotta
Jesus.
Start getting back to selling.
I said, Lord Jesus. He said,
you see my couch and my picture gone.
Word. And you said, look, you sitting in one chair like this. Hey y'all, how you
doing? Right.
Hello there. How you doing? Oh Lord Jesus. But listen, guys, that's our session for today. Thank you for coming out, listening to From the Battle to the Glory. And listen, we will see you tomorrow. God bless. Peace. Hold on, AT.